Hey, welcome back. Good to see everybody. So on today's episode of That Crypto Show, I want to talk about my trading game plan in cryptocurrencies, in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins for 2023. And if you've been a watcher of That Crypto Show and my videos for a while already, you know I like to put my money where my mouth is, meaning everything you are going to see on today's video is really going to be executed by me in the way I'm going to show you this. And I think this is really information you do not get anywhere else. So no BS, really truly trading how it's done by somebody who has been on the financial markets for 25 years already. For you, of course, like always, this information is totally free. The only thing I would like to ask you in return is to share this video with your friends and family, to leave me a like, subscribe to the video, and watch this video until the very end, because I want to make sure you truly understand what I'm talking about here. Now, you might maybe not be a Bitcoin maxi, but in order to understand where the crypto market as a whole is heading, it's important to analyze Bitcoin and Bitcoin's price behavior first, because every bull market in the past was actually initiated by Bitcoin. And then later you have those altcoins later in the bull market that are going to outperform Bitcoin again. And I'm not seeing any reason why that should not be the case this time. So let's first start with analyzing Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is doing. And there's really, in my opinion, really are just two charts you need to look at to understand what the price in the future in 2023 and, by the way, also beyond is going to do. So first, let's look at how Bitcoin has been performing in the past year by year. And just by having, and I put here the performance of Bitcoin for each year in a little Excel chart, goes back until 2011, and I think even without me saying anything, you'll understand the clear message from this. Bitcoin always has a cycle of 4 years, with 3 years of a bull run, of well-performing markets, and 1 year of a severe bear market. And this has happened in the past. I don't see why it should not happen this time again. And you can very clearly see 2011, 12, 13, huge bull market. Then 2014, we had the slump down of 58%. The pattern repeated 2015, 16, 17 with the bear market of 2018. And it's again repeating right now, 2019, 2020, 2021. We had this great bull run, 2022 up to now, minus 64%, with Bitcoin being at 17,000 US dollars. So 3 positive years followed by 1 negative year. Now, if we go there more into the details, what we can find is something that will tell us on how to better time our trades and investments. Because one thing is probably for sure, if we look in the past, we can be sure that there is going to be a new bull market. Now the question is, how can we time this bull market? And we can do so by looking at the behavior of Bitcoin in the 18 months prior to the next halving. If we look at 2016, we can see that the low of the market was reached 18 months prior to the halving. Same in 2020, and I think it's very probable that we are going to see the same pattern again. So it might be that we saw already the low in Bitcoin here, even October or November of 2022. Moving forward now, if Bitcoin starts behaving the same way it did before the last 2 halvings, we should Bitcoin slowly see moving up again. And we had a performance there prior to the 2016 halving of 282%, prior to the halving of 2020 240%. If we see this kind of performance in the following 18 months again from Bitcoin, then we have an estimate of a price target for Bitcoin for the next halving in March 2024 between 40 and 58,000 US dollars. And what we are probably going to see in 2023 is, I want you to really closely watch the bars that followed after those 18 months prior to the halving, is an extended sideways range, sometimes a leg up already to this upper band. So we can see, like a fake out bull market already that is going to lead us up just to slump down again and then really flush a lot of traders out of the market. However, usually the market then will end on a high note, be it here in 2016, be it here in 2020, or probably going to be the same in 2024. Now this means for my personal trading strategy of 2023, I'm going to have one long stash, which I already did invest almost to 100% in Bitcoin, and I'm more going to look in 2023 for long entries, because my target for 2024, March, early April 2024 in Bitcoin is going to be somewhere between 40 and 58,000 US dollars. So it would, in my opinion, for swing trades be not so smart to only concentrate really on the short side here. And I'm very sure, by the way, the market is going to surprise everybody again, because Bitcoin is already at the moment being declared dead again by so-called mainstream media. Now, if you are more an investor in altcoin, I highly recommend you to watch my video from last May about altcoins, where I picked my top 3 picks for altcoins to get rich with in the next bull market. I'm going to leave a link up here so you can rewatch the video. Very quickly, as a summary here, back then I said promising looking altcoins are the GMX token, Centrifuge and REN. And since we did this video end of May, we've actually seen a great performance from the GMX token, with a performance of 170% in a bear market. So I think that is worth mentioning. Also, our other 2 picks have so far been performing better than Bitcoin. However, they are still in the red numbers, so maybe they are going to catch up there again. Now, wherever there are chances, of course, there are dangers. And to understand the dangers, we need to look at how Bitcoin is behaving in relation to the stock market. The orange line being the S&P 500 here, the blue line being Bitcoin. What you can see, when we have a bull market in the stock market, we tend to also have a bull market in cryptocurrencies. If we are going to see a bull market in 2023 and 2024, I'm going to talk about this on a different video, and I have been talking about this a lot also on the Academy Telegram channel. So again, you'll find a link underneath this video to join this channel if you want to have more in-depth information about this. So the only danger I see is a so-called black swan event at the moment. So something we do not expect happening in terms of economy. Could be a large-scale war, could be something we have never seen coming, for example, like Corona. That one we also didn't see coming. That, of course, would put a dampener on the price, but we have also seen, as it was with Corona, that this dampener is only temporary, and I'm very sure history is going to repeat itself. And then we are going to see maybe a more difficult market still in 2023 with a lot of up and down. But as we progress through the year, we should see rising prices up to then in early 2024, March, April 2024, between 40 and 58,000 US dollars, which then with the halving is going to kick off the next great bull market. What do you think? What is your price prediction for Bitcoin in 2023? Leave us a comment below. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave us a like. Going to see you very soon again. Take care. Bye bye.